The euro crisis is creating challenges and volatility across the financial sectors. But for pension professionals at the World Pension Summit, the big challenge in Europe is simply Europe itself.
Well, in Europe, what you see is that we all have different countries, different regulations, different pension pots, different reserves.
Europe is a whole bunch of member states, 50 member states, all with different languages, different regulations, different cultures, different degrees of development of the financial markets.
Pensions are very much fragmented. Some countries are only with state pensions, some countries have occupational, some countries have also personal pension plans, and I think this is a typical sign of where Europe is now.
The European Union is only coordinating. It has the mandate to create a single market, to create workers' mobility, but the tech side and the design of plans is still left to the national legislatures.
That's why we've seen so many problems with pan-European pension plans, getting them off the ground. It's so complex here, it's difficult to harmonize things over borders.
There was one speaker this morning, Lard Friese from Nationale Nederland. He had a slide in which we saw the diversity in the three pillars, and you see it's a landscape, well, it's gigantic. They're all different from each other, and that's a challenge.
First of all, we need to simplify. If you look across Europe, there are so many different pension systems, there is so much regulation, and it's all with the best intentions. It is to ensure that there's trust and that consumers can trust the providers of pensions and that there's good regulation, etc. However, it becomes very complex.
There's still major issues such as tax, legal, insolvency rules which hamper capital markets union for investors. For asset managers, there needs to be greater transparency and greater ability to be able to trade into liquidity, bond market transparency and liquidity issues in MiFID II as they're being discussed in the level 2 discussions are of key implications for institutional investors. For pension funds, it's perhaps the change of being asked to look at long-term investments, perhaps even the infrastructure investment. But there, again, it will be quite key to develop at an EU level a database of infrastructure projects for pension funds and other institutional investors to get a feel for the issues surrounding investment in infrastructure. In the next years, we do need to take account of what is happening in the pensions, looking at what the consumers want, but also what institutional investors want, and also how member states are going to interact on this topic.